Okay, we're here with Mike Bruno, Point Park University volleyball coach. We're here to talk about the upcoming 2011 season. Coach Bruno, what are some general thoughts here as we approach the preseason training for the 2011 campaign?
Well, each year what coach in the nation doesn't go into their season optimistic? We got a whole different look of athletes coming in. We're very athletic, a lot of talent. We have some key returners coming back, and we got some very athletic kids that are going to be newcomers to the program. So we're looking forward to the season, see how things go.
You are on a really tremendous run of seasons here. I think AMC playoffs 4 of the last 5 years, 25 or more wins 3 of the last 4. You're 29-10 last year, 32-8 the year before. All that is well and good, but talk a little bit about the fact that, hey, August 26th, when you go to that Rio Grande Classic, you're 0-0, and how important it is to just realize that.
I think we approach every match that way anyway. We're only good as our next match is one of the philosophies that we've instilled here in our program. It's having some recent success has been a valuable tool for recruiting and getting some kids in, but we just have to approach this season. We have to get in the gym, we have to work hard, and we have a lot to do. We got about 10 days of training before we open up at Rio, and we're going to have our hands full. There's some very, very talented teams out there.
All right, if you could touch on some of your key returning players, at the different spots, the players that you're really counting on that are returning this year.
Well, on the outside, we have Lindsay Oberacher coming back, as well as Chelsea Kakic. Lindsay earned ABCA All-Region honors, and Chelsea was tabbed AMC All-AMC freshman team. In the middle, Nicole Warsaw will be back. Rachel Stadina, I look for some big things out of Rachel this year. She has progressed every year with the program. On the backcourt, we have Amanda Ardinger, MJ Galoli, and Alyssa Hall that's been a mainstay of a lot of our success on the backcourt. So, those are the kids that are returning, and I look for a lot of leadership out of those young ladies.
All right, absolutely. To touch on a couple of players that have moved on from the program, that graduated, I think would be remiss to not mention, the likes of Rachel Roddy, Ashley Zetak, even Megan Layman's the year before that. They're not around anymore. What did they bring to the program, and how are you going to make up for their departure?
Well, anytime you lose kids like that, it's tough to replace. But one of the things, I think that they left a positive impact on the program, and they left their mark, and their leadership will trickle into the 2011 season. And I think that they've done a great job of impacting some of these up-and-coming upperclassmen. So, Rachel, Ashley, Angela, Megan, they're all great kids, great players, and we just have to move forward and.
All right, if you could touch on the key newcomers. I know we have some really talented transfers, some really impressive incoming freshmen. Who are some of the key newcomers that you think will have an impact right away?
Brittany Loda, she will come in with sophomore eligibility. She's a transfer coming in from the University of Pittsburgh, 6'2", very athletic. Big jump, very physical kid. I look for big things out of her. She's coming off of a shoulder injury, which I hope that she'll be ready to go in August.
And she's a middle hitter, correct?
Middle right side.
Okay.
In the setter, we have Taylor Pugliese. Taylor was transferring in from Notre Dame College. Taylor was, as a sophomore, she's coming in with 2 years eligibility. She will be a junior this year. She started setting for Coach Ridley's team up there in her sophomore year. Bridget Jones is also transferring in from Notre Dame College. Switching sports, I recruited her originally out of high school, and she chose to go to Notre Dame to play basketball, and she chose to transfer in as well. So she will come in actually with 4 years eligibility. She's a very physical kid as well, very athletic, strong kid. We have multiple other kids that coming in. We have Ashley Campbell, who was the female athlete of the year up at Butler Community College. She played for Coach Rob Snyder up there. We have, and then we have a young lady, Keaton Sossman, who is another great young lady, athletic kid coming out of Canton. And these kids, I look for really to compete for some opportunities this year.
Touching on competing for some opportunities, I would think that Lindsay Oberacker is so proven there at the outside hitter, and you have your defensive unit intact. But going into fall camp, what sort of position battles are up for grabs? And I know there's a lot of work and a lot of talent all across the court. How do you think that'll shake out?
Well, I actually forgot to mention Amanda Pato is coming in. She was the MSA Player of the Year here locally out of Fraser. Her and Taylor will probably be competing to start setting for us. We have multiple kids in the middle this year. Middle right side is going to be wide open, and there's going to be on the outside Lindsay Bridget and Chelsea Kakich. I'm sure we'll be competing for some opportunities swinging outside. Our defensive core, we have Taylor Roddy, Rachel's sister, continues to get better. She had an impressive spring, so I'm sure she's going to continue to compete for some opportunities in the backcourt as well.
Okay, for those who might not know, the AMC last year had 11 members, and we've had some departure, and we're down to 5 members this year. We lost some of the traditionally stronger programs, but we still have schools like Carlow, Roberts Wesleyan, Houghton, Damon still in the mix. How do you see Point Park figuring in that AMC race when it's all said and done? What are your goals of where you want to finish, that sort of thing?
Well, our goals are to win the conference and hopefully be hosting the conference tournament. I look for Roberts Wesleyan they continue to get better every year. Damon is a scrappy group up there as well. They've always put a good product on the floor, and I look at those 2 New York schools as probably our biggest our competition as far as what we have to do and who we have, how we have to approach this season. But I got a lot of respect for both of those coaches up in New York. Houghton will be strong. Carlo will be competing as well. So we're just going to approach it one match at a time, and we're not going to look what we've accomplished in the past, and just hopefully to do what we do, take care of the ball on our side of the court, and continue to play hard together.
And one final question here for you, Coach Bruno. This year's team, whenever we go to matches, what kind of brand of volleyball will we see? Ball control, high flying, big block, big hitters? What sort of team will you have out there on the field, or on the court rather?
Well, I've always tried to put a blue collar product on the floor, emphasizing defense and ball control. Big emphasis on first ball contact. I think we're going to be very physical this year. We have 3 kids 6'1" or 6'1" and taller, and then we have multiple 6-footers. I think we're going to be able to put up a big block, and I'm sure our D-specs will be able to do well behind those blocks. So I hope the product is hardworking, unified group, and we'll see. Looking forward to the season.
All right, very good. Volleyball coach Mike Bruno here at Point Park. Thanks for taking the time, and good luck for the upcoming 2011 season.
Thanks, Kevin. Appreciate it.